Into the pit lane, world champ.
Welcome guys to Craig Hawkins 2021 stream. Today we will be doing the Circuit of the Americas in Texas AustinGP that currently took place last weekend. The next practice will be Mexico, and that isn't long away either. That's the 17th of October. So no, that wasn't the 17th of October. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong race. The next one is Mexico. And that is the 24th of October. There we go. We got there the second time around. Yes. So to run through the Mexico times. So regarding where you are in the world, I'm currently UK. So for my time, as practice will start at 7:30 in the evening and finish at 8:30. Then practice 2 on the same day would be from 11 until 12. Then on October 25th, we've got at 18:30 until 19:30, practice 3. The same day at 10 o'clock at night until 11 is qualifying. And then on the 26th of October at 8 o'clock or 20:00, we've got the race. Now, I did say we're depending on your time. Obviously, track time would be 09:13. Well, for me, at the moment, at 16:13, track time over there in Mexico is at 09:14. So they're basically obviously the different track time zones. If you want to know the time zones for the track itself, when practice 1 starts, it'll be 12:30. Then practice 2 will be at 16:00 at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Practice 3 will be 11:30 in the morning on the 25th of October. Then qualifying will be at 3 o'clock, 15:00, and then the race is obviously 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So like I said, depending on where you are, what time yours is, that will, calculate whatever time it will be for you. But for me, currently, because I'm in the UK, yeah, they're the time zones. The Austin Grand Prix, Circuit of the Americas, was very good. Verstappen drove absolutely well. Piastri was a little below par, wasn't he? But what did he finish in the end? 5th. Was it 5th? Let me have a look. Let's go through that again. Of the results of the GP. I'm live a little earlier than I said. I was planning on being live at 5. I'm currently, sorry about that. That's my phone going off. I'm currently live around 45 minutes beforehand, so that's why we're able to run through a few things like the results of the Grand Prix itself. So we go into the race itself, look at the results. So yes, we got Verstappen, who finished on 25 points, first place. Then we had Norris in second, around 7.9 seconds behind Verstappen, and he got 18 points, which would indicate that Norris didn't get the fastest lap either. I'm not sure who got the fastest lap. We're looking here in a minute. Charles Leclerc was third, Hamilton in fourth, Piastri, I was correct, was fifth. Then Russell in 6th, Tsunoda in 7th, Hulkenberg in 8th, Behrman in 9th, Alonso in 10th, Lawson in 11th, Stroll, then Antonelli, Albon, Ocon, Hajkar, Colapinto, Boratelli, Leto, Gasly, and then Carlos Sainz. He did, yes, he retired from the race science, did he, at DNF. So I'm not sure who got the fastest lap. I'm going to look. Fastest pit stop was, wow, fastest pit stop according to this was Williams. Really? Wow, that's pretty good. Apparently, according to this, I'm not exactly sure if that's correct or not, but wow, that's surely they didn't get the fastest pit stop, surely. Does it tell me who got the fastest lap? Lap by lap, let's have a look. I'm not sure. If I have a look, it might tell me who did get the fastest lap time. It won't be a second, guys, just having a look. So Kimi Antonelli wins his third DHL Fastest Lap Award of 2025 at the United States Grand Prix in Austin, Texas. Wow, really? That is wow. That is amazing. That is what was his time? Does it tell me the time that he set? Let's have a look. Let's take a look then. Currently looking. Oh yeah, there you go. So Antonelli got the fastest lap on the Austin Grand Prix of a 1:37.577. We'll have to keep that in our mind and see if I can hit either equal that lap time or beat that lap time. So we just have to find out. But the race is just about to get underway in a few minutes' time, guys. We will be Verstappen because that's who we were on the sprint. So we will be getting underway with this. Obviously, as you can see, I'm 192 currently from being 130 something earlier in the week on F1 series. But today isn't about F1 series. Today is about the Grand Prix itself. So currently now at 8 points. Hamilton is currently second on 7 points. Then you can see Russell, Norris, Piastri, Albon, Sainz, and Stroll. They're the people who currently got points in the last race. The Grand Prix itself, we're just about to do the qualifying, so this will get underway in a couple of minutes' time.
It's a United States love affair with Formula One at the moment, so what a thrill for everyone today to see our drivers lapping COTA at full hot lap speed. It's the Circuit of the Americas, and it's qualifying.
Here we go, so we're going to see how we do in qualifying. On the sprint, I think I started in 5th. So we will see how we do on this one. I'm not exactly sure what tyres I'm currently on, but we will find out in a minute. So the other day when we did this, I had, what was it? Was it a lack of sleep when I was in this race the other day? Could have been. But today we are nice and fresh. That was okay. Wasn't too bad at all. You know, Q1 it's just basically getting a good lap time in, which we plan on doing. He's just hit a 142, and we are on soft tyres. Okay, there you go. Yeah, we've just been able to pinpoint what tyres I'm currently on. So I'm green on this sector. Go, so we are just about to come around to the last corner, and so someone did a 142. I've just put in a 140.384. Lemon, do you have to do that? You slowed me right down there. Getting right in my way. When I was on another flying lap. Well, this lap isn't going to be faster now, is it?
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Yeah, I know. It's going to probably come in on the end of this lap anyway. Go. So we're currently first. Q1 only. Let's have a look. So yes, that's how much time is remaining.
Right, so our best lap so far, 1 minute 40.3.
Currently 7/10 of a second faster than everybody else. Ahead of Oscar Piastri. So if anyone hasn't checked the video, I did a video earlier. I think it was around about 20 something minutes long for FC 26. That was just me playing against the Team of the Week featured squad. I'm currently on like around 10,000 points at the moment. Last week 13,000, that was currently the highest. So we're on course to beat that. There will be a pack opening either tonight or tomorrow. I'm probably going to wait until tomorrow because there's a new promo called Ultimate Screen coming out, and that was tomorrow. So probably around about 6 p.m, 7 p.m. tomorrow, or just after 6. Maybe it might be a little later because I might be out. So there'll be a pack opening that I'll be doing, and that'll be the first major pack opening of FC26 that I'll be doing. So that will be tomorrow. Now I'll update you guys on X at JakeHawkins91. If you don't follow me, be sure to follow me so you can keep up to date when I'm going live. I'll also do a post on YouTube as well on the post section to update you, to update everybody when I will be going live. But it'll be around about 7, maybe 7:30. So, are we on?
Checks complete.
Oh,
everyone be aware. We've got a car leaving the garage.
Okay, so we'll have to go round and go round to set the faster lap because I've rode out. I was actually trying to look at the lap time, but considering it's just started, I don't think anyone would have got a lap time in yet. No, they haven't. It's way too early. So yes, the Mexico Grand Prix is the next one coming up. As I said earlier in the stream, of the times it's going to be. Yeah, we are quite we're about half an hour earlier currently at the moment than we said it was going to be. It's a good job I did go live a little earlier because obviously the qualifying would make it after 5. So we're currently a bit earlier than we said we would be. The race will probably begin in about 1:45. So we'll be a little earlier, as we said, but not too early. I will be changing the schedule as well on YouTube, so you'll see the schedule of my streaming days that I will be going live. The next F1 stream after this one for Grand Prix anyway will probably be during the Mexico weekend. I am going to start a career with Williams, so we will probably do that one on Monday. Start the career. Maybe we might start it tomorrow, depending on what I'm doing. If we don't, it'll probably be Saturday. There we go, we did that nicely. Sector 1, we need to hit a like a 140 again, something like that. Very impressed to see Antonelli though hit the fastest lap. That's absolutely amazing. So speaking of him, he's just hit the fastest lap currently. One of the few people, the first people to obviously finish their lap time. At this moment in time, I am on course to beat that lap time because I've got purple in sector 1 and sector 2. As long as I don't make a mistake, I should get the fastest lap. Lewis Hamilton's just put in a 1:14.967. And now a 1:48.12. Here we go, we're coming around to the second to last corner. Second to last corner now. And I am going to go across the line. Oh, that was close to Antonelli's lap time, but that was a 1:39.1010. The second time, not me trying to figure that one out. But and we are going to go back into the pits because we have done what we need to do in qualifying 2. I don't think anyone's going to knock me off too far. So okay, we're 0.7 of a second into the qualifying 1. We're currently 1.8 seconds ahead. Well, wow, Piastri is struggling at the moment, isn't he? All the way down in 8th. Has Norris done his lap time? Let's have a look. No. Lando Norris and Yuki Tsunoda are still yet to do a flying lap. I think someone might have. No, they haven't.
Okay,
so let's fast forward this.
We should consider getting out there now
and see how we do. But a 1:49, that's not a bad lap at all. And about 2 seconds slower than the lap time that was set by Antonelli last weekend. So there we go. We are through to Q3. The final qualifying of the Circuit of the Americas in Texas.
Radio check.
We got one more to do. So we will drive out again. If we hit a good lap time, then surely we will be starting in pole position. But you never know. I might crash and end up fucking out of qualifying. I don't think that will happen. You never know. In F1, you really don't know. All it takes is one mistake and you're out of the race. But I should be fine. Yeah, so the race will be starting very soon indeed. Then we'll have a look at the strategy. I am thinking maybe starting mediums, but I won't know until I check that strategy. But I am wanting to try to achieve a 1 pit stop. We'll see if that's achievable, but I should be able to do that. If I was starting further back, it would probably be hard tires I would be starting, but because it doesn't look like I'm going to be starting further back, I could maybe go with softs. Yes, I would have to pit before them if I did choose soft tyres. But I would be faster than them if they don't choose soft. So I've got a bit of a dilemma of what strategy to go with. Thinking mediums is probably the smarter choice, but we'll just have to see. And here we go. Here comes the lap is just about to begin. Here we go. The lap has started. I am stuck behind. I think that could be one of the McLarens. It is indeed. It's Norris. That's quite good to know that. I saw the yellow and thought to myself, yeah, that must be McLaren. I'm not sure if Norris is going to slow me down. I'm trying to do a flying lap, but not get stuck behind him. But the last thing I want to do is get stuck behind Norris when I'm on a flying lap. But I think he might be on a flying lap as well. The way he's going quite quick would tell me that he is on a flying lap as well. And he's currently in second place at the moment. We don't want to get too close to him, and that's going to be difficult because I've got DRS at the moment and right behind him. Look at that, we are right near each other at the moment. Oh dear, we got on both each other's way. I was trying to slow down. Well, I don't think that would have slowed me down too much. I don't think we're going to get the 139 that we got on the last lap. But if we get a 140, that will be good enough for me. We did. Oh wow, we got an even faster lap than we did in Q2. We got a 138.
Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining.
I think Antonelli got a 137 at the weekend, so that was extremely close to his time. I did say it earlier in the stream, so I would have to look back onto what I said earlier in the stream when I was reading it out. But that is still a really, really good lap time to hit. Is that going to get me pole position? We will find out very soon. It should get me it, but you never know. Well, I seem to be getting in the swing of F1 again after not playing it for some time and a little rusty the other day. But I've been absolutely fine in this qualifying session so far. We'll be going into the pits at the end of this lap, that's for sure. Here we go. And there we go, we're in the pits. We were on fastest lap again, but we don't really need to hit it. We've already hit the fastest lap. So yes, qualifying is just about to be done, and we are approaching 20 to 5. There we go. So let's have a look at the lap times currently. Yes, I'm currently 0.5 of a second faster than the flare for pole position. There's Antonelli. Yeah, not long to go. 49 seconds left. Everyone is currently out on track. Last corner now. Lap time that we're going to put in, but he's not going to equal his lap time the other day. He's going to cross the line of a 1:41. 15 seconds remaining. There's Lewis Hamilton there. So let's have a look. It looks like I am going to be in pole position. I will be indeed. So it is Red Bull. On the front row is going to be Verstappen and Charles Leclerc. Then it's going to be Hamilton and George Russell. Well, I got what I needed and wanted, pole position. Unlike sprint, where I started 5th, I'll be starting in pole on this one. And 56 laps, it looks like there's a chance it could rain. Let's have a look. But here we go.
Welcome to Austin, Texas for the United States Grand Prix. With lots of overtaking opportunities, this track is quickly becoming a firm fan favourite. As the clock ticks down to lights out, let's join the teams down on the grid. We're racing today then in Travis County, Texas, where 20 corners and speeds of up to 200 miles per hour await us on this magnificent racetrack. It's 60% full throttle with plenty of good opportunities to pass, especially through the 2 DRS zones into Turn 1 and the long back straight into Turn 12. What a race we have in store today. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Hamilton, Russell, Fernando Alonso, and Norris, Piastri, Stroll, Antonelli, and Carlos Sainz, Hülkenberg, Tsunoda, Alex Albon, and Bortoleto, Gasly, Hadjar, Ollie Behrman, and Esteban Ocon. Doohan and Liam Lawson rounds off the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And alongside me in the commentary box today, former racing driver herself, Naomi Schiff. Look, we know it's not where you start, it's where you finish. But let's talk about the start now. What's there to help the drivers get away well?
Well, the race is certainly not won in the first lap, let alone turn 1. However, what you can do is prepare yourself ahead of time. Visualize what could potentially happen, different scenarios and where you could place your car. And that will better prepare you to make the right decision with instinctive timing.
Okay, let's have a comms check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Right, so we do have the strategy here. I could either go with a 2-stop, which they're not suggesting I go with its softs and the mediums, or you can have a one-stop pit stop of a mediums then hard. So I think that is what I am going to go with. I could always change it during a race, but I think that will probably be the correct strategy to go with. We've got track temperatures at 41 degrees and we've got air temperatures at 27 degrees. So yes, that will be the strategy that I go with. I might eventually change it. we've got this formation lap which we need to get underway before the race will get underway itself.
Okay, radar is clear, weather is looking good for now.
And here we go. So we've got to park this car well. There you go.
Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get a good launch as the race starts.
And that's exactly what I wanted.
Okay, so that's
That
the
was
rest
really,
of the
really
grid
nice and
forming
easy.
up now. Be patient and watch for those lights.
Don't know what you do, you just slow down, you wait until it's power point, then you brake and stop where you are. And we are just it's going to get lights out and away we go in a minute. There we go, with lights out, there we go. But that seems to be a good start at the moment. He is right behind me. I tried to go onto the inside. I wasn't sure where he was, so I decided to then go onto the outside. Don't want to risk getting in his way. There's Leclerc right behind me still. The OS won't be activated until a couple of laps later. We need to try to get above a second ahead of Leclerc, which we are almost currently at. There we go, we are now. Only up 1.8 seconds ahead of him. Is Leclerc still, no, Hamilton is. Hamilton is now in second place, but they're obviously battling for that place. It is allowing me to get even further ahead. After lap 1, we do lead. Look at Verstappen in first, then Hamilton, Leclerc, and
Okay,
Russell in the
DRS is
longer.
now available. Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
The first pit window is between lap 26 and lap 36. Yeah, fastest lap in sector 2. Need to get the sector the fastest lap as well. No, we didn't get a fastest lap that time. Just now. Currently say we're doing well after lap 4 with 5.5 seconds ahead. The tyres are looking fine. As I mentioned earlier, the first pit stop will be on lap 26. Between lap 26 and lap 36.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Right, we will be a couple of minutes. I'm just going to go and have a short mini break for a second. Be back in a couple of minutes, guys. Right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about the little wait. I was just doing myself something quickly to eat and something to drink quickly. Now we are back. So we're on lap 6, and we're currently first. We're first by quite a way, aren't we? Maybe if I'm ahead later on in the race, I might change to soft tyres to try to, better my fastest lap. But we'll see how the race goes. I'll put that on charge, and then we can continue with this race. Only got Europa League and Europa Conference League later on today. Right, there we go. Yeah, we're currently 8.9 seconds ahead. Some people say, I think many people have a little break, midway through their race. Doing a full Grand Prix can be quite tiring after a while. Especially for me, I don't mind doing a full Grand Prix race. It is quite fun, but it does take a while, to do, and that just show,
think we might see some rain.
how much
ETA
energy
about 15
and stuff,
minutes.
it must conserve for all the F1 drivers that currently do this. Was it 9 months of the year? Either every week or every other week. So much credit and so much respect they
condition still looking
doing
good.
this on a weekly basis, and how tiring they must get driving like 56 laps or 78 laps. I think it is in Monaco. And Monaco is not only a hard track, but I think the conditions of it being so hot and stuff in the summer must be really, really challenging for some of the drivers. Or should I take all of the drivers anyway? But a lot of drivers really like Monaco. It's one of them tracks, isn't it? That you seem to really, really like. It's hard. It's hard track, but it's a nice track and a good track. So I really like it. Guys. Big question on everyone's mind, I think, is who's going to be world champion this year? Is Verstappen going to win all remaining races, or is Piastri going to find his form again and take that chance away from Verstappen? That's the big question. I'd be interested to know what you guys think. Do you think Verstappen's going to win the remaining races left and win another world title, or do you think Piastri or even Norris is going to win the world championship? Personally, I think it's going to be a close one. I think it's quite unlikely that Verstappen's going to win the world title, and the reason for that is, for that to happen, Norris or Piastri is going to have to do really, really bad in at least one race. I don't think if they finish in the points and Verstappen wins the remaining races, I'm not sure if that would be enough. I do remember that they saying that Piastri or Norris will have to finish outside the points for Verstappen to stand any chance of winning the championship. So it seems quite unlikely that will happen. You never know, it might happen. Some of the tracks that are remaining is very likely it could happen. But being realistic at this moment in time, it looks like Piastri can be world champion. Maybe even Norris. Norris has made a few mistakes this year, hasn't he? But he's still in a good position, so he can still possibly win the world title, and his first world title. That would be. Almost a little wide there. So for the rest of the weekend, it's going to be squad battles and EAFC 26 that I'll be doing. And the reason for that is because I need to focus on getting them games remaining done. They probably will be done probably by Saturday. I think I've got 5 matches remaining. I think maybe it's 9. I can't remember. I'd have to remember when I'm talking about that. We are currently on 10,000 points at the moment. Gold one last week finished on around 18,000, 19,000, so we still do have a bit of work to do. But yeah, it should be done by around about Saturday or so. We're Thursday now, so yeah, around about Saturday it should be done. Only like play 2 or 3 a day. I've already played 1 today, so we'll probably do either another video or another stream later on after the football. So we're currently on the 9th lap, so we've almost done 10 laps in this race, with another 46 laps remaining, and we're currently 13 seconds ahead. Oh dear, came off. And so far in this race, I'm yet to exceed track limits, which is a really, really good start. No second penalty or anything like that currently. First pit stop will be scheduled in 16 laps time. Oh wow, Charles Leclerc out of the second.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time.
Oh, how nice. I thought there would be rain at some point or another in this race. I did hear him say something about that earlier, but I didn't hear it. I didn't hear exactly when that might be. But yeah, from it being really, really blue sky at the beginning of this race, 10 laps later, there is clouds around. The clouds don't really anything to be worried about at the moment, but he has said that there's going to be rain in 10 minutes time, so that could easily change really quickly. I just have to keep an eye on the conditions, and if we do have to pit, we just have to make up our mind of what tyres we change to. Normally I let everyone else pit first, and then I decide to pit, waiting on what tyres they change to. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. So if I did go into the pits now, which I'm not, but if I did go into the pits now, I'll come back out in fourth.
Okay, clear.
Okie dokie. And since we restarted this since a little break, we have almost done another 6 laps.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Right, we're currently on lap 13 now. Oh dear, no. I want to do that. I want to go on to an instant replay. So they will be saying that I can fit in 13 lap time. There you go, my first warning of track limits on lap 13.
Okay, we don't think we're far away from rain now. I'll keep you updated as conditions change.
Right, well, it's just began to start raining on this race, that's for sure. So the rain is now hit. It's not wet on track yet.
Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
Right, we are on lap 18.
Okay, I think we're still on the right tyres for the time being. Okay, the forecast suggests this rain's going to keep getting stronger for at least the next 15 minutes.
Oh, nice. Okie dokie. Teammates are in the pits, he's gone in. Okie dokie.
Okay, Yuki is coming in for his stop now. Weather's changing now, you might want to review our strategy.
Everyone, is that a lap person I've come up to, or are they just pitted? I think they might have just pitted because they're quite a way behind them earlier. Right, Hamilton's gone into the pits. I am really struggling.
Alright, we're getting very close to the crossover point now. Stay out if you have the pace, but as soon as you hit the limit, come in and we'll put the inters on.
There you go, he's gone into intermediates. So now I know what tyres to go on to. I had a feeling it might be in intermediate tyres. There you go. So they've been changed and coming into the pits at the end of this lap. So obviously earlier the weather conditions were dry, they were sunny, and now, you know, closer to the lap I'm on, lap 19, gradually it started to, the rain started to get harder, and now I have to come in to change to intermediate tyres. I'm not sure how heavy this rain will become, but I am a lot slower than I was earlier. Sugar.
Other teams are fitting intermediate tyres. It might be worth considering changing yours too.
And there we go. We are now in the pits. The intermediate tyres are going on. And there you go. Nice pit stop at 2.9. They're really, really good. I actually like that, the way the camera angle changed when I went into the pits. That's actually the first time I've seen that this year. I think that's a nice addition, actually. It reminds me of F1 Manager. So we are entering halfway point of this race. That'll be around about halfway point in around 8 laps time.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Just so you know, we're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors, so I don't think you need to be worried, just some bad data, so keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems.
almost halfway, yeah. The race started.
The rain's getting worse, be very careful.
There's a big possibility that we all might have to change the wets, but I'm not going to pit and go on the wets until they do. Done that before and made a mistake, ended up having to ended up losing the race. It's best to wait until they pit and then make the choice yourself now. That would be my advice to that. We're currently on lap 24, about to go on to lap 25. By the time we reach lap 28, we'll be halfway point of this race. And it is still raining, but I'm not exactly sure if we'll have to change to full wets at the moment. At the moment, we're fine on intermediates, but the longer it rains, the more likely changing to full wets is going to become.
Okay, I know these conditions look pretty terrible, but that water is draining okay. I think the intermediate is going to stay the tyre of choice for a while yet.
Okay, well that's the kind of information I want to know. So at this minute in time, there won't be any more pit stops at the moment. These tyres are going to last for the remainder of this race. So there is a potential that there'll be a stream just after midnight tonight. I might open a few packs on the AFC 26, but that'll be around 6 hours time. See if we get anything good, because I want to complete the Bundesliga Player of the Month Hurricane, which I'll be doing live. So we'll get him done, and I do want to do João Pedro, but that will probably be tomorrow when the Ultimate Screen promo starts. So yes, I will complete that after I open the packs. Hopefully I manage the packs on really good, that'll be amazing. And hopefully we get a few special cards.
Weather's turning, we think it's time to box now.
Hang on, did you? Oh, that's right. He was going by pit stop strategy. I think the strategy is changing. Is he saying change? Did he just say change to full wets. I didn't hear what he said because I was currently talking at the time. I think he could have. With these conditions the way they are, I think he said pit for full wets. I'm going to have a look. 1 second.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Yeah, I know that, but what did you say? I'm not sure. Oh, okay, they're in the pit. Hamilton's gone in. Right, okay, that's the answer to that question that I wanted. And they've all gone in as well. Full wet tyres is going to be the race, so full wet tyres is going to happen in this race. Wow, what a race this has been, starting from sunny at the beginning to then start raining and changing the intermediate tyres, and then now changing the wets. So, wow, if you wanted an entertaining race, I guess this one is it. You know, maybe not entertaining where the positions are, because I'm currently 1 minute 2 seconds ahead.
Yuki is in the pits.
But
Yuki in the pit lane
regarding
now.
the races, these challenging weather conditions, it probably is a race that you really want to see. I am really struggling on these tyres now. I'm so glad I'm coming into the pits soon. As you can see, I'm really slowing down by the rumble trips because I know from experience how much they can make you spin. Right, I'm just changing to wet tyres now, going into the pits. I didn't have to go back in until these weather conditions became progressively worse. So it was sunny early on, then I started on medium tyres, would have changed to hard, but because of weather conditions, had to change to intermediates around 5 or so laps ago. No, look, there you go, 7 laps I was on intermediates for,
okay,
and now I'm on full wets, like everybody else.
Driving if you cross onto the track.
So here we go, we are now on full wet tyres. The question is these weather conditions going to stay the same for the remainder of this Grand Prix, or is it going to change? That's the question. Doesn't look like this rain is going to stop anytime soon. But this didn't actually happen in the race the other day. You know, I think it was sunny throughout, but it just shows you how challenging this race potentially could become if there is rain. We are through the midway point of this race now on lap 27. Well, the midway point anyway, once we start the next lap. But that'll be lap 28 at 56. Liam Lawson is currently in 18th place.
The rain looks like it's going to be getting much lighter over the next 10 to 15 minutes. There should be more grip, but don't expect a dry track yet. Green flag. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good. It's still not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet. rain's
Right,
getting
we are
lighter
back
now, but it's going to
after
take a
a
while for the
short
track to dry
break
out.
on lap 32. 56, not long, much now to go. 24 laps remaining. It's definitely been a challenge in these weather conditions, and hasn't affected my race. 35 seconds ahead. I think it was 40 seconds ahead actually. So I think Hamilton has increased on me by around 5 seconds. It seems to be that way. Well, next week I'm planning on going into F1 2017 and using a Jensen Button car for Bahrain. He's driven for, in Bahrain. I'm sure if it was the WEC, but I will be doing that stream next week. Do a few other classic cars as well. And we will be doing Bahrain Project R3 around about the same time as they're doing it, having that race on WEC as well. So we will be doing that. I haven't made up my mind how many hours we'll be doing on that track yet, but I will make up my mind a bit nearer the time. It's 34 seconds behind me now, so Hamilton doing what Hamilton does best, driving well in these conditions.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. I definitely think we need to stay on this tyre a bit longer, but there's no question the track's drying. We might be in a position to change soon.
Get lost.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty.
Yeah.
We'll go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
Yeah,
Get your head down and let's get it done.
We just been given a time penalty, yeah.
Okay, it's borderline, mate, but if I were you, I'd come in and change tyres. I'm just not sure we're on the right ones for these conditions anymore. Okay, you're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes. Weather's changing now. We're going to have to change strategy, so it's time to box.
Okie dokie.
You're leading the pack, that's P1. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. There are 22 laps of fuel remaining. Copy that. Hards next time we box. You're in first position, front of the pack. That's Hamilton behind. They're on old wets. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. You've got 20 laps left until the end. A few teams seem to be putting intermediates on now. Come on, let's go, and switch over if you need to.
Right, so the menu I was currently doing for track and race information, you press the circle button and then it's R1, and you just use the D-pad to go down, up, and select whatever menu you want. You select the right-hand side for them to give you information like how long someone is behind you, weather conditions, fuel information, so all the useful information that you need. Right, so we are now going into the pits as the rain is lighter and we are changing intermediates.
Okay, clear on the exit.
So here we go, this is the third pit stop of the race, and the only reason for so many pit stops is because the weather conditions. It started to rain. Currently 37 seconds ahead of Russell at the moment. Nice pit stop of 2.9, and I will still come in first place. Russell is still in full wet part, in full wets as well. Nice being faster tyres again. And even intermediates compared to wets is a lot quicker. There you go, Russell, he's 16 seconds behind me. We have 18 laps remaining.
Looks like we're running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly.
That's good to hear. About a 3 second See, maybe I do
No
think
tyre
that if it
concerns at the
didn't
moment, just
rain,
focus on the driving.
I probably wouldn't have got that time penalty. So it's not too bad though. It's only second ahead, so it's not going to affect me too much having a 3-second penalty, that's for sure. Actually surprised Russell stayed out still, considering he's on wets and everyone else has changed to intermediate, as far as I can tell. As we're entering the last few laps now, 16 laps to go. They said that yes, apparently the track is going to dry out. It is definitely raining a lot less than it was beforehand. And I'm going to give the division 24 seconds ahead of Woody Hamilton, because Russell will pit, change those full wets, swap it to intermediates. When it's fully dry, we are planning on going to soft tyres, and they will last for the remainder of the race as well. So everyone else will obviously pit when it dries out, dry tyres. I'll be going to the softs. They will probably do the same thing. We'll just have to see when the track dries out.
The tyre situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now.
Is that the back one I've got? Yes, it is, yeah. I'm just about to lap someone else. I'm not exactly sure who that is yet. It is. I think it's one of the Aston Martins. Is that Alonso? I guess it probably could be Alonso or Stroll. Oh no, it's not. It's not even Aston Martin. from the distance, I thought it was good. Alistair, teammate is in the pits. So he's going into the pits, hopefully.
Okay, Yuki is coming in for his stop now.
Yep, he is indeed.
Weather's changing now, you might want to review our strategy.
There you go, so the strategy has now been changed. As we can see now, since I've changed from wets to intermediates, definitely going a lot quicker. We'll go into the pits on the next lap as it's now completely stopped raining, and I'll be able to change.
The weather's turning, we think it's time to box now.
Yep, I will be boxing, that's for sure, at the end of this lap. For the final 14 laps of the race, the 13 laps of the race, I will be on soft tyres for the first time in this race. Edge car, there. Yeah. Thank you, you let me pass nicely. So we're going to set 1 second, just need to get around this corner, there we go. And there you go. So, the soft tyres I go on to at the end of this lap for the final stint of the race. They've all gone in, and Hamilton has gone in for hard tyres. Piastri's gone in for hards. Russell is on hards. Alonso is on hards. They're all on hard tyres. Okie dokie. So they're obviously wanting to stay up for the remainder of the race, but we're moving 48 seconds ahead. I'll be able to go into the pits and get out of the pits way ahead of them. So that's really nice. And on the soft tyres, I should be able to beat my current lap time. And here we go. The final
Yuki
pit
is in
stop.
the pits. Yuki in the pit lane now.
Final pit stop of the race. Going into soft tyres. Lap 43 at 56.
Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres.
Parts of the track are still a little damp.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. Tyre condition still looking good. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Lap. That one. 1:41. Great that one. Right, that was the last break before that's the last little break I'm gonna have before this race finishes. So there is currently 8 laps remaining of this race, and I'm currently 46 seconds ahead. Oh, crap! Just got to give it another times penalty. But considering I've got a 3-second penalty on the sprint, and that was like what 17 laps, and this is 48. Not too bad. A few track limits, but not anything, nothing to really worry about really.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good.
just got an achievement for smooth driver. I'm not sure what I did for that, but yet another trophy earned.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
There you go, the race is on the final lap now. The race is just about to end. 56 laps of the Circuit of the Americas, Austin, Texas. It's been a good race. It's been challenging weather conditions, but overall, thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. Next time the AI will be a bit higher. Being 1 minute 3 seconds ahead is a little too easy. So we definitely be changing that for the next time. And the next Grand Prix will be around the end of October 27th. Will be the Mexican Grand Prix that I'll be doing. The driver I will pick will be whoever finishes one of the top 3 in qualifying in Mexico. So whichever driver is currently the slower one and who's in the top 3 in the Mexican qualifying, it will be the driver I pick. And like I said, that will be on October 27th that I do the full Mexican Grand Prix. But there you go, going on to the final corner now, and there is the checkered flag, and that is the American Circuit of the Americas done. 56 laps.
Great drive.
Driver of the day with Nico Hulkenberg.
And in the end, there was no Verstappen. Max Verstappen, he takes victory.
And it's one thing to win, but to win like that in total dominant style, that was a fantastic drive, and it is not one that we see very often.
It's time for our podium celebrations. And as ever in Formula One, 3 is the magic number. But there can only be one on the top step.
So like I said,
Your
we'll be
number
live
one,
again
Max
in
Verstappen.
around about 5.5 hours time. That will be for to open a few packs and maybe do a few other things like EAFC 26. That is going to be it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this stream and enjoyed the full an American Grand Prix Circuit of the Americas, Austin, Texas. The next Grand Prix will be Mexico, and that will be on October 27th that I do that, the full Mexican Grand Prix. But until next time, I'm
And with
Craig
that,
Hawkins,
we wrap up
2021.
another
Thank you
weekend
for
of
watching.
motorsport
Goodbye for
action.
now.
But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.